Yeah, today we're going to be talking some more about the NFL. Um, I've got a problem with the NFL, and it's a couple things. I don't think it's going to be too much longer than my Madden video, but I got a few things I want to talk about with Madden, but the NFL itself. Number one is the anthem protest. I have no problem with anybody talking about something in the community that has like the social injustice that goes on with police. Now, what I do have a problem with is you taking it out on a game. When I used to watch NFL, I used to watch a game when I was having bad weeks, bad days. I would watch. I'd turn NFL on when the NFL season was on, and I would watch football. Watch players playing a game of football. They left their problems they had outside the field. And today, anything that goes on outside the field, for some reason, it makes its way onto the field. Now, like I said, I am from North Carolina, from Charlotte, North Carolina. Now, I know I've seen up close, personal problems that goes on with inner cities. I've visited New York, I've visited California, and I understand that those places have bigger problems than I do. But I also seen what I seen, how things would go, especially the South. Things would go with minorities. Trust me, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood, so I understand everything about what's going on. And like before, when I was saying, when I would watch the NFL, I would watch games. The commentators would talk about the game. You can't find that today. They're always talking about something that has nothing to do with the game, and that's something that I see is wrong. I mean, obviously, everybody's going to have their own opinions. This is mine. Obviously, you guys may think I'm wrong, but there might be a lot of people that think I'm right. Like I said, when I would go and watch the NFL, it would take me away for the problems I was having that day by watching the game. And I can't do that no more. It's always about something that's going on outside the game. Now, when I want to watch news, I'll watch the news. Today, news or NFL has become so political that it is taking away from why I'm watching it. You can be political off the field. All the charities you want, all the problems you see, you can do off the field. Or you have a public service announcement at some point during the game, and you get back to the game. You don't have that anymore. It's all about what's going on, about other things in the world. I understand that things happen, but you're watching the game to watch the game, and that's my problem. I'm watching this game to watch the game, and that's why there's a lot of times I'm not watching it because I'm seeing crap that I don't want to see inside a game, like protests, kneeling, and anthem. I mean, you can go back and forth. I don't really care. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I'm having a problem watching something that we're paying for, that we're not getting our return. We're not getting what we want to see. We want to see a game that goes all four quarters. We can't see that. We're going to see a game, a little bit of politics here, a little bit of politics there, a little politics here, a little politics there, maybe some game. I don't want to see that anymore. I want to see a football game from start to finish. You're not getting this anymore. You're getting people's protests, people's aggravations with things that are going on. Trust me, like I said, I know how aggravating things can be. I get it. But I want to see a football game from start to finish. Another thing is the rules. These referees are getting lost in the rules. I don't even think they know what the heck's going on when they're out there. I seen a play just yesterday about a fumble. They couldn't tell us if it was a fumble or not. By the eye, you could see it was a fumble. They even was talking about it was a fumble. But for some reason, they didn't call it a fumble. I mean, they get lost in the rules they don't have a clue about. I mean, that's one problem. Another thing that people are having a problem with is they can't get the rules right. they'll gloss over a rule just so they can make their point. And it's not about the referee's point, it's about the rules. They're lost in it. They don't have clear rules. There's no clarity in what they're saying. They're giving you what they think the rule interprets. It's not how this works. It's either a rule or it's not a rule. It's either a catch fumble or not a catch fumble. He said pretty much what I seen in the Baltimore game? No, Chicago and Eagles game. It was a fumble. The guy even was talking about how it's a fumble. But there's no clear recovery, so why call it a fumble? If there's no clear recovery and you don't think he dropped it, why would you call it a fumble, or say it's not a fumble? It was by watching it, by clear definition of what a catch is. That was a fumble. Nobody recovered. It should have went back to the Bears at the yard line where the fumble occurred. It didn't. Called it an incomplete catch, which is kind of the dumbest thing I've seen. Which in the NFL, I've seen some stupid stuff in the last few years. So that doesn't. That's nothing that in the last few years about this rule. It doesn't make any sense. I got a problem also with the players. Players today are unlike before. There's two things to this. Before, how many star players did you see get hurt and can't play a whole year? Very few. Now it seems like every year you got 4, 5, sometimes 6 huge players that can't play the season because they're not conditioned right. They're not playing the game that they're supposed to play. They're not getting ready mentally and physically for a game that's 16 weeks long, 17 weeks long with playoffs. They're having small injuries like a turf toe. I understand what turf toe is. I know it hurts like a bitch. Trust me, I know this. I've had it before in my life. But it didn't stop me from doing things. I had a sprained elbow. Still played. Had a hurt hand. Still played. If you got to get somebody with a sprained wrist, they're not playing. That's just put a bandage on it and get the hell out there and play some games. They're overpaid babies that makes way more than anybody could ever imagine. But yet, I can't play today because I got a broken finger. Put a goddamn splint on it and get your butt back out there and play the game. That's what you pay. That's why you pay millions. But yet you want to take a game off because you are hurt finger. Well, I tell you what, if I broke a finger and told my work, I can't be there, I got a broke finger. Well, it's been nice knowing you. See you on down the road. Yeah, it doesn't happen in the real world. If you get hurt, like me, I'm dealing with a neck issue that I have from where I work. I got to work every single day because of this neck issue. Because the place I work for don't really care. All they care about is what they got going on in their company. They don't care about the people. Very little do they care about the people. They care about the product. That's all they care about. And NFL has gotten away from the product of what they're putting out there. What they're putting out there is overpaid, entitled people that want what they want, and who cares about what the fans want. Fans right now are the least of their worries. They couldn't care less about the fans. Now there are some out there that do. You got the Man of the Year people that you see on the commercials. You can see they care, but not everybody does. It just depends on what it is, what the player's mentality is. I want my money, and I'm not going to play until I get my money. I understand you need your money. Trust me. If you feel these franchise tags are the worst things in NFL history, you're telling somebody that okay, you can only play for me, and that's how it's going to work. Why is that a problem? Why is that a thing? If a player plays out their contract, they fulfill their end of the bargain. These team owners do not fulfill their end of the bargain. That's just the way it is. NFL, like I said, is a bunch of overpaid, entitled babies. Whether it's the owner all the way down to the players. That's how this works. And that's why I'm having a problem with the NFL. There's so many things wrong with the NFL that I'm having a problem with it. And I'm having a problem watching it. Because I'm not getting the product I'm looking for and paying for. Not to mention all the things that they sell. Helmets, jerseys, t-shirts, All this stuff is completely overpriced. I mean, why would you pay $30 for a $12 t-shirt? That doesn't make sense. I'm watching this game. I buy things. Obviously, I buy these things. Sometimes I get them for Christmas. But I understand that these teams have to make a profit, right? But when they get these TV deals and they're making 10, 20 times more than they would ever make off a freaking t-shirt, I have a problem with that. The seats keep getting more and more expensive. You want to buy a seat to go watch a football game? You got to have at least $80 in your pocket. Not to mention $12 freaking $8 beer. Seriously. I go to NASCAR races. This is the same thing. I have a problem with that. And it doesn't make sense why these things are so bad. Not to mention, I'm watching some of these the sports shows. Like there's a couple I watch. I like to watch Skip and Shannon on Undisputed. Now they'll sprinkle a little politics on it, but most of the time it's about their sport. It's about the game itself. That's why I can't watch ESPN, because all ESPN to me has turned into a political debate. Sprinkle a little sports. I can't watch it anymore. I don't. It's just the way things are with the ESPN. It used to be the worldwide sporting channel. You watch anything, baseball, football. I remember back a long time ago, ESPN had Thursday Night Thunder. Anybody as old as me understands what that is. But now, they talk way more about politics than they do anything. I'm sick to death about hearing about Colin Kaepernick. He has a point. Things happen outside the football world that things need to be addressed. My thing is, I didn't see him doing that until after he got benched for Blaine Gabbert. I know how stupid that is, but still, he didn't do any of this until after Blaine Gabbert took his job. Then it's all of a sudden about him. Then he's making millions from Nike for his ads, making millions on a. Is he giving any of that money away? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He doesn't say. Then again, it's nobody's business. But still, you want to know if the man actually is believing what he's telling you. I don't think so. I think he's in it for the money. I think he's always been in it for the money. He was doing Beats or Bose commercials and whatever before any of this happened. And after, like I said, after he got benched, there comes this protest. Eric Reed, I understand why he does it. He believes it. I don't believe that Kaepernick believes it. There's other players that do believe it. I know by looking at them, how their mannerisms, how they talk, you can see somebody by the way they by how they talk with their by looking in their eyes. You can see if somebody believes it and somebody don't believe it. I don't believe Kaepernick believes it. I believe he got benched for Blaine Gabbert, and that's when all this stuff snowballed, went downhill. So that's my problem with the NFL. That's my problem with how things are going through the NFL. And you may like what I say, you may not. If you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. Hey, free world, man. Like what you hear, give me a subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.